Whoa! Jeez.
Did you know that honey badgers are basically the Muhammad Ali of the animal kingdom? These guys are so tough that they don't even flinch at the bite of the most venomous snakes. They're like, is that all you got? In fact, they love to tango with vipers just for kicks, and don't even think about messing with their favorite pastime, a good old brawl with an antelope or even a buffalo. And get this, honey badgers have been known to take on lions and leopards in epic battles of strength and bravery. Talk about fearless. Their tenacity is so legendary that they've even secured a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. So, let this be a lesson to all you predators out there. Don't mess with the honey badger unless you want to feel the wrath of its ferocious fighting spirit. One of the most perilous predators in Africa is the leopard. This ferocious feline measures over 5 feet in length, excluding its almost 1 meter long tail, and can weigh more than 60 kilos, sometimes even up to 90. And if that wasn't intimidating enough, the leopard's knack for hunting from ambush and its innate viciousness can even scare large mammals. So, while the leopard's courage cannot be underestimated, it's wise not to overestimate it either. First, the cat was acting from an ambush. At first, it was just a baby, but it was incredibly brave and strong. Although the leopard managed to knock it down to the ground, the baby fought desperately for its life and returned bites. Unfortunately for the spotted feline, there was another honey badger nearby, probably the father, who didn't hesitate for a second and launched a frontal attack against an adversary that was 5 or 6 times larger than himself. The cat immediately realized that it was not worth the risk, so it was left with no choice but to flee in embarrassment. The secret to the honey badger's success lies in its incredible survival skills and endurance. Its skin is highly resistant, but its body is also almost immune to venom. That's why, when a honey badger encounters a Cape cobra, it doesn't dance around it like a mongoose. Instead, it launches an attack. This snake is used to everyone running away from it, but when it faced off against a honey badger, it tried to escape by retreating, even fleeing down from the tree and crawling into the dense undergrowth. But the honey badger caught up to the cobra, and it barely had time to extend its hood before its head was already between the predator's teeth. Although the cobra had managed to bite and inject venom into its enemy, this was not a problem for the honey badger, as this mammal has resistance to almost all types of venom. In another instance, a snake bit the honey badger several times, striking its unprotected nose, but without any effect. The honey badger tried to decapitate the snake, realizing the futility of its venom, and when it couldn't escape, it quickly dispatched the reptile. If the honey badger encounters a snake with even stronger venom, its goal is to bite the head before the venom takes effect. The venom that could kill an antelope only acts as a mild sedative on the honey badger. After a few minutes of drowsiness, the animal is back on its feet, ready to eat the snake. Despite its remarkable resistance to venom, the honey badger is not insensitive to pain. Here you can see that a scorpion successfully stings the honey badger's sensitive and tough nose, but not even a burst of terrible pain can cool down the hunter's fervor and aggressiveness, and the honey badger easily overcomes the arthropod. If you're enjoying this video so far, why not smash that like button below? Also, make sure to subscribe to your top 10s before we get back to the video. So if you think that snakes that rely on their muscles instead of venom pose a danger to the honey badger, you are definitely mistaken. This black and white furry predator is capable of defeating a 6-meter-long python. The python coiled around the honey badger and began to suffocate it and tried to break the bones of its enemy and damage its internal organs. The snake must have thought that the honey badger was trapped, but it's not. It's the python that is in a trap from which it cannot escape. Do you know what I mean? The honey badger manages to free itself from the python's grip and severely injures the snake, then simply drags the still alive reptile back to its den to eat it at its leisure. The most amusing thing is the behavior of the brave jackals who clearly knew how the fight was going to end. Normally, they wouldn't even approach the striking distance of pythons unless they wanted to become the lunch of these giant, terrible snakes. Here, they try to take a bite out of the reptile before the honey badger wins, and all because they know that if a python has fallen into the hands of a honey badger, the fight can only have one outcome. If a honey badger is on the ground, where it has the advantage of maneuverability, it's game over for the snake. Not even lions can defeat it, and we're talking about animals that are among the top 5 largest and strongest carnivorous animals on the planet today. Once, a pair of honey badgers faced a group of lionesses, and such a large band of hunters poses a threat even to young elephants. How did the honey badger manage to stay alive after such a fight? Of course, tough skin played an important role, but the most decisive factor was desperate courage. The lionesses grabbed the honey badger several times, swiping at it and knocking it down, but each time they received such an aggressive response that they had to retreat. The honey badger immediately counterattacked and began to chase its attackers, aiming for their noses, a sensitive point. The honey badger's jaws are very strong and its teeth are sharp. With luck, it can easily deal with a lion by literally ripping off its face. The combination of excellent defense and extreme aggression allows the honey badger to dictate the terms of the fight and come out on top, leaving the lions without a meal. The secret weapon of the honey badger is a special property of its skin that prevents it from adhering tightly to the muscles. In other words, when a honey badger is grabbed, it can twist so forcefully that it can bite back. This allows it to even stand up to a male lion that can measure up to 2.5 meters, excluding the tail. In a fight against 1 or 2 females, the honey badger does not even try to defend itself much and goes on the attack itself. Another weapon of the predator is its incredibly strong jaws. The honey badger can even chew through the shell of a turtle, something that neither a leopard nor a hyena can do. In fact, the hyena is the main rival of lions for power in the African savannas, but the honey badger does not care about this rivalry. It fears nothing and no one. Even though hyenas always attack in packs and can break a zebra's tibia bone with a single bite, the honey badger is not afraid of them. The fight seems epic. 3 hyenas surround the honey badger, but it growls at them and doesn't allow itself to be immobilized. Then it dodges and moves to one side. The hyenas miss their attack, and the honey badger immediately goes on the counterattack. It's not a bad tactic, even for a fighter as tough as the honey badger. It has its name for a reason. This animal has a sweet tooth. It loves to raid wild beehives. The bees sting it hundreds or even thousands of times, but remember the honey badger's incredible resistance to venom and its ability to ignore pain. The honey badger is capable of calmly eating honey and bee larvae, even though the latter desperately tries to drive it away. And get this, if the bees are hiding inside a tree trunk, the honey badger will straight up break the tree to get to them. And if its prey tries to hide in thorny bushes, the honey badger's tactic is simple: relentless frontal attacks until it gets what it wants. Spines and insects, those don't faze this badger one bit. Crocodiles are among the most dangerous animals in the world. These large reptiles have extremely powerful jaws that can crush bones with ease. This story is amazing. A honey badger was searching for food when it spotted a huge adult crocodile that was about 4 meters long. Even lions and hyenas wouldn't mess with it, but the honey badger was the first to attack the crocodile. The crocodile defended itself but couldn't harm the tough beast. The thick and dense scales on the reptile's back are a true armor of nature, so the honey badger retreated. It definitely wasn't out of fear, probably just too lazy to break through the protection. If the crocodile is small enough for the honey badger to flip over, it can easily win the fight by biting the softer and more vulnerable belly and neck. In the fierce tapestry of the animal kingdom, the honey badger stands out as a paragon of resilience and sheer guts. This creature, small yet formidable, has proven time and again that size is merely a number when it comes to survival and dominance. It's not just the honey badger's physical attributes, like its venom-resistant skin and powerful jaws, that make it a force to be reckoned with. It's also its indomitable spirit and fearlessness, facing off against formidable predators such as leopards, pythons, lions, and even crocodiles. The honey badger doesn't just survive, it thrives, turning potential peril into tales of triumph. Do you want to have the courage, the ability to twist inside your own skin, or the insensitivity to poisons Which are the superpowers of the honey badger? Let us know in comments below. That concludes our video today. If you have not, make sure to subscribe to your top 10s for more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching.